Hello everybody and welcome to Softly with Teeth, an Otome vampire visual novel currently in development by Studio Chiffon, I believe. Chiffon? Something like that. Anywho, currently on Kickstarter. Has about $20,000 raised of $26,000 goal and about 20 days left on the Kickstarter, so it's got some time. It probably will hit the goal. It's got quite a number of backers, over 500 last time I checked, which is quite impressive. And they have a demo out, so I figured I'd play it for the channel, see if you guys like it, and if you do, throw a couple bucks or something to support it. There's plenty of tiers you can get into, probably somewhere you can just get the game on release, like a lot of them do. I don't know the specifics of the tiers or anything like that, but it is in development, and let's get going. Ooh. This is really nice, but really loud. Let me turn it down. That's better. Everything dies eventually, but excitement dies first. The dust settles, the ash scatters, and you realize who you are without the fanfare ringing in your ears. Still you. Only you. Let me move my mouse out of the way. That's distracting. Always you. You know what? Be the best you can be because everyone else is taken. That's how I look at it. You know the solution, though. You're willing. Things will be different this time, you say. Well, they have to be. I slip into an easy smile, face the camera, and press record, like I always do. Aww. We've gone through 6 straight days of ghosts and goblins and ghouls. We've covered everything from the best way to seal and fake your body paint, to crash course in making your own gore. Now it's time for our 7th and last Halloween week video. I smile at the camera, hopefully a little more confident this time. It's finally the big day. Time to trick ourselves in becoming treats, at least until the sun comes up. I laugh sheepishly and lean back into my chair. The final day of Halloween is about to what look goes with what we're going to wear tonight. I got invited to a friend's party this year, so this video was actually recorded earlier today. I hope it goes well. And if it doesn't, well, at least the video gives the police some sort of lead. Since I'm going as Cupid and things are going to be pretty crowded and warm, I'm going for, a pretty simple look. This is definitely more on the glam side of the videos I've done this week, trust me, there's glitter. Also talk about modifying things to fit your fairies or your princesses or mermaids or anything else. If you've seen my festival videos from May, then some parts are going to sound unfamiliar, but with new products out and new tricks to teach, there should still be something new to learn. Anyway, so let's begin. We'll start with our primer, Nox. I scan the rest of the video, watching for potential mistakes in the editing. It's stressful in its own right, but it's a decent distraction from focusing on later tonight, even if it is only for a few hours. Satisfied with my results, I triple save the video before I drop it in the upload queue. Things should be fine, but I still eye the screen warily for a moment. Just a moment. Right. Now for the real fun. YouTube tags. The nerves come back, crashing into me like a bullet train once the rideshare driver reaches my destination. You can't use Uber. No, we don't get copyright. As soon as I shuffle out of the car, I'm greeted by a blast of muffled music from the house in front of me and the faint smell of pumpkin spice. It's probably a 1/4 party time, so that's probably fashionably late enough. Not that I still don't hesitate. But then a batch of trick-or-treaters takes up the entire sidewalk and forces me to pick the driveway or the road. As tempting as the road is, I didn't pay the fare just to skip out. Plus, I bought new heels. So I'm going to rock them, even if it's the last thing I do. Front door crashes open before I get there, and a man throws himself at me as the music blares freely into the night. Hello. Hey you decided to come after all. I squeeze back much more gently and try to keep my soul from flying out of my body. You invited me, didn't you? Didn't remember you invited her? He waves me in. Well, duh, of course I did. But you didn't seem all that into it. It was just midterms getting to me. You know how it is. Theoretical physics is a bitch. Besides, it's my first real party since I came here, you know? I have to be at least a little nervous. Oh, I like these bubbles. I mean, they're different. We're glad to have you. Come on. Let me flip my sprite around. We're still setting up a little, but things are pretty much started. You have dinner yet? Snacks are on the table, but the treats are all around. His tone is absolutely shameless as he gestures to the steadily increasing waves of people passing us by. I'll see what my stomach says once it settles. Need any help in the meantime? Nah, don't sweat it. I cashed in some favors already. He leans in close and murmurs, just loud enough to hear over the music. Just give me a bit and I'll help you break some ice, alright? But don't wait for me if you don't want to. Everyone here is pretty friendly. All I can do is nod, and then he winks and disappears through the doorway. From my angle, I can make out a portion of a fridge, trays and trays of cobweb-decorated cupcakes on the counter, and a man radiating sheer fury as he holds some sort of pelt. Catches my eye, and I get more than enough motivation to look away into the rest of the party. Now, I guess it makes sense that a cafe owner would know a lot of people, but this is more than that. Crowded, cluttered, near suffocating, my god. And hot. There's a disproportionate amount of pretty people mingling and laughing and chatting close to each other, like they've been long acquainted. A pang of determination rises up within me. Nervousness is a certainty, but it doesn't have to be a long-term one. And I have higher ambitions than playing the wallflower. As I decide which group I want to hover closer to, I find a girl around my age dressed as a witch. The red lips, the sleek dark hair, the stony look on her face. Interesting, but also somehow familiar. Oh crap. Never mind. I stick myself harder to the wall and closer to the front door. Just enough that my roommate hopefully can't see me panicking. What's Madison doing here? She didn't tell me this was the party she was going to. It thankfully doesn't take long for Robin to come back and offer me an empty plastic bowl. I can almost feel the hope in me gain a second wind. Finally, an anchor and an icebreaker all in one, so I can finally party. Dee, sorry about this. Almost done. Be darling and hold this for me. Of course. Great, just a second. Leo, you can't run out the back. You're going to rock the sexy cowardly lion and like it. I watch him storm off into the kitchen and find myself left to my own devices again. Well, until the angry-looking man from before rushes out, eyes wide in panic. Ouch. Robin didn't have any carpet in the hall to help cushion the fall. Before I could pick myself back up, I see a hand offered to me that I take with gratitude. A brunette in some sort of princess costume smiles down at me, warm and regal as she murmurs something lost to the crowd. I tilt my head in question, and I'm not sure if I'm smiling back or just burying my teeth, but she just laughs amicably. She lets go of my hand. God knows I was going to let go first. Pick up the bowl and offer it to me, and pats me on the shoulder when I finally gather my wits enough to take it. Thanks. Before I can say anything else, she just smiles again and ducks back into the heart of the party. The entryway somehow feels more congested than the crowd as the anxiety sets in. Costume guests are coming in one after another, only a few beats apart. They're all greeting each other with enthusiasm I can't match on even my good days. But I have to try, right? Alright, Diana. You can't just stand in the entryway forever and wait on Robin to baby you. You've done more and less worthwhile parties. You're supposed to be better than you were in high school, right? The bowl feels heavier in my hands as I frown down into it. I should go put this bowl down before I go mingle or... Not mingle. Talk to people. Mingle's weird. That's a weird word, right? No one says mingle. It'd be weird. We're not weird, Diana. God. Excuse me. A voice comes from behind me, and I turn to apologize before I feel cool fingers against the back of my neck and a hard tug at the back of my dress. So I do what any rational, cool chick would do, you know. Ah! My body moves before I can stop it. I lift the bowl and swing. Ow. Oops. I didn't mean to swing that hard, but... well, at all, actually. But who the heck do they think they are? You can't just go around yanking on the backs of people's clothes, as that's how people get hurt. It's Halloween, it's a party, but that's still not okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I imagine that wasn't the intention, but you certainly gave it your all. But you were... I was what, darling? Darling? Hello? How dare he call me that? He drops his hands down from his jaw to hang at his side before he jabs a thumb in my direction. Trying to tell you that the tag on your costume was sticking out? You yanked on my costume! I tugged on your costume as a result of your actions. I was tucking the tag in for you when you took a step forward, which would explain the pull. Oh. I don't buy that. Do we buy that? I don't buy that. I am the injured party here, not you. I hold the bowl in front of me, sheepishly looking up at the stranger. He looks mad, like really mad. Like I could ruin your entire night mad. I really should just go home and cut my losses. Or move to another country. Is Fiji nice this time of year? I wonder. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to hit you. I'm just a little jumpy. I can tell. Doesn't look bad. He touches his jaw gingerly. It's swelling a little, but it doesn't look like it's a bruise. Or wait, well, it doesn't swell, then bruise? Does a bruise and swell? Gosh, I really don't know. Well, it doesn't look that bad. You could probably just use some concealer. I have some of it if you need it. How can you show me how to apply it as a favor to the injured? Yeah, sure. Let me just put down my murder weapon. I can't use the same thing twice. You know how it is. Diana, why? Yeah, I'd hate for you to take another swing at someone. I got lucky, but God knows what a second swing would do. They'd steal my meat cute. And that... Wait, what? And that'd just be embarrassing. What would people say? I don't... They'd steal my meat cute? What the hell does that mean? Whatever. I'm just gonna chalk it up to me being an idiot. I'm the greatest woman alive. I excuse myself for a moment and set the bowl down on the snack table, turning back to look for a familiar face. I find none waiting for me. Where'd he go? Looking for me? My heart jumps out of my chest when I see him, and I instinctively lift the bowl a second time. He jumps back, throwing his hands up in front of his face defensively. Yeah, that's fair. Not in the face! I let go of my weapon. Who knew a punch bowl could be so versatile? This guy's going to give me a heart attack by the end of tonight, I swear. Oh, thank God, it was just you. I thought it was somebody else. That's more of an underwhelming reaction than I was hoping for. Sorry, should I have passed out or... Inigo. What? My name. And yours? Or I can keep calling you Angel the rest of the night. Your call, really. The name is D, short for Diana, which is short for Diana Call. You ever play Pokemon? Okay, it's not really short for anything. It's just Diana. Nice to meet you. He leans in, prying my right hand from the bowl. He lifts it to his lips and gently presses a kiss to the back of my knuckles. What is this? What was that? Is this really happening right now? Enchanté, mademoiselle. Oh, you speak French? Lady, I don't speak French, and I know what that means. I'm afraid you've heard all I know. Perhaps I should have used a language I'm more familiar with, like English. Oh, no, it's okay. I only know, English, so you're one up on me. You're honest. Then I have another confession to make, I'm afraid. Your name isn't actually Inigo Montoya? You killed my father, prepare to die? Nice Princess Bride reference there. That's such a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Film buff? Huh. Well, you know, you could say that, but nah, they're kind of pretentious, really. No, that's just because you don't know anyone with fine taste. And you do? Oh, me, of course. I have excellent tastes in films. I used to be an actor, you know. No way. My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. Oh my god. Yes? Were you the guy who made Robin watch the Chicago 50 times in a row? That's a great movie, by the way. Is that a yes? He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. I can't tell if I'm smiling like I have a secret, or if I'm smiling like I'm an idiot. Well, maybe they're kind of one and the same, really. I'm kind of hoping it's just smiling like I'm charming. So, my real name, then. Oh, you sure you want to ruin this whole mysterious intrigue thing you got going on? It's a good look for you. It really is. Oh, well, no, I'm second-guessing myself. Just as I planned. Gosh darn it, sorry, hang on. Gotta mute my Discord server. Dastardly. I like that. So what's it gonna be? I think I'll take my chances. I haven't the faintest notion of what you planned for us, but I'll admit you're awfully clever for an angel. He looks around the room before taking a step back, as if to avoid bumping into someone behind him before he takes his grand bow. Allow me to introduce myself, then. My name is Sebastian, my lady. At your service. Yeah, I watch Black Butler. You like the crab? That suits you. Oh. Absolutely. In what way? Pretentious and stuffy? You're the one who said it, not me. You are delightful. Actually, I'm delightful. Aha. Aha. You didn't think that one was good, huh? Get it? Like, delightful, but with... You know, if I have to explain it, it's not funny. Yes, I get it. I'm sure you're... Oh, wow. I can actually see him physically cringing. Delightful in bed, too. Oh! Oh, you slay me, sir. Ah, alrighty then. That's awkward. Oh, was that too forward of me? My apologies. I have a tendency to do that when I'm around beautiful women. It's a curse, really. This guy is laying it on thick. I laugh nervously, hands lifting again to tuck loose strands of hair behind my ears. The last thing I want to do is spend my evening around some tool. Oh god. What if I actually use all my clever banter for the night on this guy? Hey, look, it's been nice, and I'm really sorry, but, hello? It's kind of like he just stops. Like he's looking at me, but not really looking at me. You know how people get like that sometimes? It's weird. More like he's looking over me, you know, which first of all is rude, but second of all, rude. I turn to look over my shoulder at the crowd of people, but I don't see anyone that stands out, really. He pauses and returns his attention to me and smiles. Diana, I don't suppose you'd mind my introducing you to a friend of mine? She's certainly charming, I'll say that. Very shy, has the worst time trying to make friends. It's so hard nowadays for a shy person. She? Oh, thank God. Maybe she can get me out of this. Oh, Milne, darling. He wraps his right arm around my shoulders and flags down his friend with the other. Sebastian sighs, then frowns when she apparently doesn't respond before she looks back at me. Oh, apologies, Diana. She's always terribly rude, so I'll have to go to her. I appreciate you be willing to give her a chance. Oh, no, wait. You can just... No, it's too late, isn't it? Before I can protest, we're slowly hovering over. He's taking my hand in his and started dragging me through the crowd. Jeez, it feels like I'm even more packed in than before. I'm almost confident that this is a fire hazard. Almost confident. You know, what's this heart thing do? It's been bugging the hell out of me. Oh, it's the menu button. No, there we go. If it isn't the fact that everyone's so packed and that makes me nervous, it's discount Inigo. Inigo? It's been so long since I've seen the movie, so I don't remember how his name's pronounced. I don't really want to meet this guy's friend. I mean, who would be friends with this guy, right? His friends has got to be worse than him, right? Girlfriend? Oh, God. What, he wants me to be like a third wheel to whatever they've going on. He was definitely flirting earlier, you know? And you can gloss over that all you want. You can be like, I'm just kidding. No, you're not kidding. I know what you're trying to do. I see right through him. Sebastian pulls me through the crowd. I apologize in passing to those that I bump into. I'm sorry. Silhouettes weaving through with about an ounce of the grace that he does. It feels miserably long before I'm finally pulled into a more open room. Honestly, Mabel, I brought you a new friend and you aren't even polite enough to come over yourself. For the last fucking time, my name is Madison. Ooh, feisty. I like it. Oh, God. This better be worth my time, okay? Or I will make good on my pepper spray threat from last week. I swear to God. The crowd parts for her like she's Moses in a witch dress crossing the Red Sea. I'd watch that anime. It's not exactly reverence on their faces, but with the way she carries herself, I get the feeling that she's admired a little regardless. But I mean, just because Madison's in a bad mood doesn't mean things will go horribly, horribly wrong, I hope. Smile, Diana. That's all we can do. Self-defense. Just smile and be confident. She'll give in and be admirable right back. Or so I hope. It'll have to work eventually. It's the law of averages. Our eyes meet, and I smile. She doesn't return it. Jesus. So... that's what all the pepper spray is for. To kind of suck up on my side of the room, absolutely. All my other options are unethical, turns out. Not that it matters, I guess. Someone must have gotten to you before I did, or is that a little rogue I see there? If only, and rather it was a tragic incident of misunderstanding, wouldn't you say, Diana? Besides, why would I willingly impair my rugged good looks? I'm much more of an autumn, and this ugly red is so last summer. Said I was sorry. You shouldn't be. Probably deserved it, the pig. He rolls his eyes. So I'll take it you two are acquainted. And you didn't tell me, Diana? All the foreshadowing and another backstory. Don't you know the best parts of a story are in the details? We're roommates. And then they were roommates. The plot thickens. You're making her uncomfortable. Alright. Now you know the whole story, so take a hint already and leave. Now that's not true. Now is it Diana? Well, less him, more them. And here I thought you sincerely enjoyed our repertoire. Oh, such sweet sorrow. I barely managed to hear a rustling before I see Maddie whip out a small bottle of, oh my God, she really does have pepper spray on demand. Alright, I get it. I'm leaving. Try not to have too much fun without me, you two. He winks and waves goodbye, abandoning me to the roommate from, well, no, not hell. It's not that Maddie's terrible. She really isn't. It's just, it's hard to approach her when she glares at you into submission whenever you so much as breathe, you know. She's unapproachable. Is he always like that? The drama, the flair, the jazz hands aura? Only on his worst days. Glad to see someone's finally quite literally beat it out of him. Not my best moment. Well, keep the gritty details between us. And the dozen other witnesses. Oh my God, that phone looks like a cat. That's great. But talk about bad first impressions. The only saving grace is that he didn't seem too mad by the end of it. He doesn't seem much of anything until you're stuck with him. Kind of like you. Here I thought you were the quiet good girl type. Quiet? Me? I invited you to breakfast once at Robin's and you ate in silence for an hour. That's rude to talk with your mouth full. Besides, I was already planning not to go on my own. You decided to tag along. That's... sure, however you remember it. That doesn't explain why earlier today when I asked you if you're going anywhere, you just made a noise and then ignored me until you at least said party. You found out anyway, didn't you? Look, I'm not here to start a fight with you. I'm here to enjoy the party, and I'm sure you are too. If you have a problem, I'll deal with it tomorrow. After my inevitable hangover. Talk about lofty ambitions for tomorrow. Didn't take you for the party animal type, though. Oh, please. It's free alcohol. I'm getting so wasted that even Ernest Hemingway rolls in his sad little grave. Oh, well, good luck with that, I think. Great. Started staying over at someone else's place as nosedive straight from want to need as I imagine a hungover Madison. I never actually caught her with one before, but it seems like tonight it's all about new experiences. But, I don't really have a problem with you. I'm just kind of surprised, I guess. That's like the first real conversation I've had with you. This is hardly conversation, but we can fix that. There's something concerning about the look she shoots me. I've grown up used to pissed off Madison, but there's an appraising glint in her eye. You know, like when a cat sees a mouse. Oh god. No gods in sight, sadly. I'm taking over now. That's reassuring. Said no one ever. So, Sebastian. He's such an idiot, right? He always acts like this. He acts like I'm some kind of fucking charity case. The gall. Honestly, I'm not really sure if I want to bash Sebastian, especially when he probably hasn't even left the room. On the other hand, I live with Madison. I have to put up with her every day. This is the quintessential scenario where your crush dumps a friend and you know it's etiquette to talk mad shit about the crush to help the friend, you know. But you also know that you could sabotage your own chances of not getting dragged into the mess even more. Well, Sebastian was a crush and Madison was a friend anyway. Nah, I think I just barely hit the acquaintance thing a few minutes ago. I mean, he seemed to be having a good time, but I'm not sure if that was because he thought this was funny or because he thought you were happy about me being here. It's definitely the first one. He was super forward too. I mean, I guess I can't really judge him though. I'm kind of here for the same reason. I want to get some. Really? You don't seem like the type. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Or maybe she's just calling me a slut. I think. Well, maybe if you got to know me better, you find out there's more to me than you think. That is so cliche. Did you really just say that to my face? Seriously? A for effort. F for execution. Trust me, he said worse. Like, don't get me wrong. I know my tries tonight probably won't be any better, but he busted out like 2 minutes from when I walked in. The nerve. Come on, it was like a sign of things to come. Literally. Don't give me that mental image, please. Anyway, I wouldn't worry. Clichés work for some people. Is that a compliment I hear? Doth mine ears deceive me? You can take whatever you want. Everyone has lower standards at this party. Come on. I'm late as is, and I'm not leaving you here to beat another idiot senseless. You try and defend yourself once. And no one ever lets you live it down. Come on. Begrudgingly, as she offers me her arm. Don't read too much into it. Now, are you coming with or not? The alternative would be to brave through the sweat and booze alone without Maddie to shoulder us through. We both know she's not doing this out of camaraderie. Walking separately won't reflect well on her after she drove someone else off. But still, maybe this is the do-over I've been hoping for. Goodbye, awkward silences in my own dorm room, and hello, kind of there and kind of not friendship. Oh, and okay. Bonus. Having a pretty girl on my arm wouldn't hurt. I hook my arm around hers and we make our way through the room like nothing's different at all, except it is different because this is in the silence of rejection. This is the silence of approval, and honestly, I'll take it. Our skirts pressed together, My grip tightens. If it hurts, she doesn't act like it. We reach the table eventually. Or, well, probably after like a minute. But still, you know. A long minute. One that could have been longer. You can let go now. Right. I was just about to do that. I let my arm fall away from hers, taking a step to the side for good measure, you know. Dear Diary, how am I supposed to cope with the fact that my roommate's arms are soft? So? I didn't think I'd get this far. What do I do now? Why do you want to come over here again? I told you I was planned on making Hemingway my bitch. Will you make it home okay if you drink that much? Still trying for brownie points there? I was joking. Only little kids get excited about that level of wasted. I'll be fine. I can't tell if she's saying it more to herself or me. Is there seriously peer pressure going on right now? Besides, the urge is dying down a little now that Sebastian isn't in my face. All the good stuff is long gone anyway. The jello shots at the snack table seem kinda nice. Pass. What about the punch? There's a nice middle between Tutoler and Blackout, that's all I'm saying. Lame, but alright. The punch then. I roll my eyes but get moving. Maddie's almighty crowd partying powers seem to have fizzled out for now. The throng of partygoers is endless. Then I find salvation. A glimpse of pumpkin-themed tablecloth and a large bowl circled by little paper bat decorations. But then the table jerks as someone checks their hip in passing. Juice sloshes over the rim out of an abandoned paper cup. A decorative bat is caught in the impact, tumbling off the table to its doom. And then it happens again. Yikes. I grab the cup and ladle the ghoulish green drink in, keeping my eyes peeled for any more collisions. It still smells like green apple, not like an apple-tini, so it's probably alright. I still brace myself before I take a sip. Tastes like apple. Only apple. Wait a minute. There's nothing in it. Bullshit. No, seriously, try it. I offer the cup out. She eyes it distrustfully before she plucks it away and takes a sip. Oh god, you're right. Embark on a journey to find a drink mixture. I don't know why I read that. I'm like, yes, I want to pick this one. If you really want, we'll probably have better luck wandering around a little more, I heard. Robin's husband is pretty good at mixing drinks, so he should be somewhere. You'd still be coming along then? I thought you had different goals tonight. I'll probably have a cup or two of whatever either way. Well, I'm still going to sort out the lack of booze with or without you. But I don't have to run off just yet. Ha! I'll take it. Even if there's nothing in the punch, I still feel a little buzzed. Not off the alcohol or anything, obviously not, but it's, it's the way the party is. All the people and noise and the energy, deeper into the den, the crowd roars. I can barely hear Maddie over all of it. It's probably safe to assume everyone is the same as me, or horribly, horribly drunk. But it's nice to be at the heart of all the action again. So the next 5 seconds are a mess, naturally. Everyone stumbles into the table hard. I'm a step away from the disaster when it all unfolds and the table tips, but thankfully people actually notice and start studying it. There are some casualties. Half-empty cups topple over and some of the finger food don't look pristine. But hey. Sorry, I'm yawning, tired. No stains and a big crash avoided, right? Right. Except for a few things. Just a few. For one, I stepped back so fast that I put way more force on my heels than they could take. One of them snaps right off and I go crashing down into the ground like a goddamn champ. And 2, Madison helps me out, but then I lose her somewhere in the middle of helping the others clean the mess up. No, it's a farewell to arms. She might have gotten something on her costume and left to go clean it up, sure, but is this God's way of telling me that Party Diana shouldn't exist, Because let me tell you, I'm really starting to feel it tonight. Like a modern-day retelling of Icarus. Punished for my hubris. I hobble away to where I can just dig a hole and bury myself in it, but haha, that was terrible. It's only when I'm far away enough from the crowd that I take a cursory glance at my shoes, snorting in disbelief when I see the heels is just barely hanging on. Of course. What else could go horribly wrong tonight? I need to recover for a minute. Maybe there's a cat here. I can be that person, that just hangs with the damn cat. Just one at every party. No shame in that. None at all. I look around for a cat and actually spot one in the corner of the den. She's cute. I think she said her name was Evelyn. Evangeline. Fortunately, the honorable position of designated cat friend has already been filled. The girl coos drunkenly over the cat that I can practically hear purring from here as she cradles it. Find the kitchen, maybe? It's probably quiet. I can get another drink and reboot. Party. Diana, take 2. I head into the kitchen. It's almost empty. Just me and another boy. He's sitting on his haunches in front of the oven, squinting through the glass, but he looks up when I enter. Hey. Oh, hi. Haven't seen you around here before. Before I can respond, he's on his feet and holding out his hand with a friendly grin. Oh, handshaking. That's a thing humans do, right, Diana? I quickly step forward to hold my hand out, but the tile is just too smooth. And then I remember why I needed a break when my stupid heels give way and I'm collapsing with all the resting grace of a drunk giraffe. Ah, fuck. Before my face can make friends with the kitchen floor, there's suddenly a firm grip around my arms and my cheek is shoved against something. Equally firm, and oh god, it's his chest, isn't it? Like falling into a wall. If a wall had, padding and great arms. I scramble to straighten back up, and he lets go as soon as I'm on my feet, beginning me over with concern. You okay there? I manage a weak nod, and he smiles. It's distressingly charming, let me tell you. Good, there's a joke here. Something about fallen angels and all, but no, I'll save that one. Let's start over, alright? He sticks out his hand again, the other held out jokingly as if to steady me, just in case I go ass over elbows again. Did I say distressingly charming? More like distressingly corny. God, this guy's mean. And nice to meet you. Everyone calls me Forrest. Nice to meet you, Forrest. Calls you? Is that really not your name? Well, kinda. Most people stick with my last. It's whatever, What about you? Hi, whatever. I'm Diana. Ah! That's good. So much for getting laid tonight. Dude, this guy would totally lay you. If someone told, a beautiful woman told me, a corny joke, and we laughed, yeah, I'd totally go after that. Takes a second for it to click, but then he lights up and laughs. A second? You should be able to get it before it's even said. Oh, good one. So it's Diana? Like the goddess? I thought you were supposed to be an angel. Cupid, actually. Though the goddess of the hunt would be an upgrade from the angel of lovesick lovers. Depends on who you ask. And a bow could still work. Never mind the fact that I'm a lovesick loser myself. I wave back my quiver of arrows. They're all glued in there because of how I had to hang it, of course. It's still pretty cute, I think. I probably can't shoot an arrow into someone's butt, but at least it's a half-decent purse. He laughs and I see the ears on top of his head wiggle a little. Wait, ears? The pointy, fluffy ones that I can't quite identify. Has he been wearing them this whole time and I just didn't notice? It's like a dog, or are those cat ears, or are they supposed to be horns? No, horns would be pointier, wouldn't they? Diana? It happens in the blink of an eye. Literally, 1 minute he's laughing and the next he's suddenly way too close and I need to refresh my lipstick before I can even think about what's next. Yes? Was my voice a little pitchy there? It was, wasn't it? Oops. I said let's try and fix your shoe, but I guess it's still pretty loud in here. Come on, Robin's got everything. I'm sure we can find a little super glue. He starts digging through kitchen drawers. He pauses nearby, presumably having come up on the elusive kitchen junk drawer that everyone has and no one wants. I lean in to look over his shoulder as he rummages. Should we be digging through Robin's stuff like this? Nah, we go way back. Way, way back. We're practically born together. Nothing in here is going to surprise me. I see some stuff that surprises me, at least. Is that a switchblade? It's nestled under a wrinkled handful of euros and some clothespins connected with the chain. And oh wow, now we know what country we're in. So it's probably a nipple clamp. Oh god, a nipple clamp. Okay, unsanitary, but okay. But Forrest is right. None of it seems to phase him in the least as he paws through the door. Paws, I get it, because he's like a dog or something. Until he extracts a crumpled half-used tube of super glue. Aha! Jackpot! He holds out a hand. I unbuckle my heel to pass it over, though it leaves me standing flamingo style as he carefully glues the heel back onto my shoe. And while I feel awkward, Forrest doesn't seem to notice as he presses the heel together, counting under his breath. He sets it down, pinning it with a couple of cookbooks and a pristine marble cutting board. Give that a few minutes to set and you'll be golden, pony boy. Those chicken nuggets will be done by then if you want some. McNuggies. I almost jump out of my skin at the zombie-like groan. It's coming from under the table. Don't worry, bro. I got you covered. Keep drinking that water, alright? There's a drunken thumbs up from my hand that sticks out from under the table and I hop away. Just so you know. You want to stay hydrated if you do a lot of drinking. Forrest notices his smile, immediately turning almost apologetic. Oh, don't worry. He's harmless. Drunk off his ass. Also, you're gonna slip standing like that. Take a seat. He looks around. Well, no, the chairs are gone. But, here, you can sit on the counter till your shoe sets. Do you need help? They're pretty tall. He offers his hands out and gestures for me to the counter. Expression innocuous. Oh, God. Hell yeah. I mean, do you think you can manage? Of course, lady. Suddenly his hands are on my waist and he picks me up like it's nothing. His grip firm but not painful, setting me on the edge of the counter. He only lingers long enough to make sure I don't slip right back down. He's so nice. And that's it. Not gonna lie, I thought for a sec you were going to just go and grab a chair. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Is it hot in here? It's just me. I'm just gonna pray that I'm not blushing, but if my face doesn't feel like it's going to spontaneously combust, so I'm just going to give myself a point for effort. Diana 1, world, well, now who's counting, right? He leans against the counter beside me, crossing his arms over his chest. It's quiet, save for the occasional groan from beneath the table and the bass drop of the music in the other room. So, you first. So, you're dressed as a puppy. What's the story there? Aw, puppy, more like a fearsome werewolf. Feral and ruthless and cursed to remain on the edge of society. Adorable. I mean, I do like playing ball and scritches, so, you know, there's that. The timer goes off before I can think of a witty reply, and he grins, darting to the oven. I find myself smiling back. He's easy to talk to. A little easier to relax than has been all night, and he's, not gonna lie, he's kind of cute. Alright, I'm a liar. He's so goddamn cute that it makes my eyes hurt, but he's also wearing Party City dog ears and making chicken nuggets. I feel like I'm losing this one. The big plaid wolf is 100% within my reach. I watch as Forrest opens the oven, mitts on hand, bending over right in front of me to reach for the tray. I could bounce a coin off of that. Want some? Oh, I don't. Read my mind. Yes, I'd love a taste. 20. I said 20. I want 20 McNuggets. Well, I only cook 15. Nice recovery. Thanks. I really tried with that one. He sets the tray atop the oven and pulls off the mitts, tossing them to the side before making his way over to the fridge with a happy hum. He disappears, ducking behind the door of the fridge, presumably to rifle around. He's definitely pretty familiar with Robin. Or maybe he just enjoys the illicit thrill of drunk kitchen escapades. Who knows? What kind of sauce do you want? Honey mustard? Got it. Now, what do I want? Is it jam or sauce? It's a sauce, right? No, I don't think so. What kind? Raspberry? Absolutely not. Now, hear me out. I think this can work. And I think you're quite wrong. Gotta be willing to try new things, Diana. how people invent things. He moves quickly after that, dumping the chicken in a bowl from the cupboard and coming over with a handful of sauces and jams. Sauce is not a jam. He sets the bowl down and gestures at it, so I take it as nice to go ahead and nab a nugget for myself. A dinosaur nugget, apparently. Nice. I like the dino-shaped nuggets. I like to bite the heads off of them. They're already extinct. It's okay. Wait, why did the type of jam matter? You think grape would be better? Oh, careful, Diana. Those are probably still hot. Holy! Oh god, they really are. I bounce it from my hand to hand in panic, blowing on a wildie. I'm fine. I'm good. I am not good, if you couldn't tell. It miraculously drops back into the bowl instead of the floor, and I pretend it was on purpose, giving Forrest what I hope is a charming smile. Forrest smiles back before peering down at the nugget. Question. Pterodactyl, solid choice, bro. Hell yeah, I love me some sweet dactyls. That's funny. I don't know why. It's so cringy and lame. Yeah, I love me them dactyls. Don't give me any other kind of McNugget, just give me the dactyls. I mean, you've gotta. They're even got wings like you. Ooh, smooth. He gestures at my costume wings, and I find myself grinning at him despite myself. The nugget I abandoned seems cool enough by now, so I pick it up and nibble. We talk about the dactyls are always cool. It's, well, the warmed up nugget. He picks a stegosaurus himself. I feel like this is like a personality test. What dinosaur are you? And dunks the unfortunate creature head first in the dollop of raspberry jams. He pops into his mouth and then he shrugs. Yeah, no, it's good. Try it. You must be messing with me. But I can't bow down now. I make sure to establish dominance by keeping eye contact before I pick up another nugget and dip it into the jam. I take a sizable bite, a totally sexy bite. And immediately make a face. He's definitely messing with me. I can't read it in his expression, though. He looks just kind of curious. You didn't like it? More for me then. He shrugs again, casually tossing another jam nugget in his mouth before going over to my broken shoe. Lifting the cookbooks off to test the newly fastened heel, it holds somehow. He grins and hands it over to me. Here you go, Cinderella. I thought I was an angel or like a goddess. Now I'm Cinderella. Jeez. This costume really puts in work. You can be all three. You're Diana. Oh, Mr. Suave. And you're a puppy. Oh, come on. I spent a hard-earned $1.50 on this costume. Laughing, I slip the shoe and give it a dubious wiggle. Look at that. A perfect fit. Now I gotta get married. You know how it is. I slide off the counter and slowly shift my weight from one heel to the other. Feeling a little more courageous, I listen for the beat and take tiny steps. So far, so good. Until the next inevitable fall, or the bowl to the head, or God knows what else. Forrest inclines his head. Still not said enough. Oh, no, I was just... Yo, bro, what's taking so long? Where's my damn nuggets? Holding out on us? Bring the nuggies. Oh. I let the sentence die as I look at the group that popped in the entryway. I smooth my skirt down instead. It appears I have been summoned. But yeah, seems the heel's doing just fine. He gathers up the bowl of chicken nuggets and sauces, giving me a grin even as he passes a handful under the table. They disappear without a trace. I was making them for those drunk idiots, but you're welcome to join us. I can hear them yelling in the next room over, and it sounds like there's more than just the ones at the doorway. The idea of leaving this little corner, going back into the crowd for this little break isn't really enticing, but maybe after a bit. I might end up having to eat another jam nugget if I don't get out of here at some point. The rest of the food is in the living room. I'm not drinking just yet, and I'm not going to raid Robin's fridge. Not yet. I'll think about it. Thanks again for the heel. Of course. It's nice to meet you, Huntress. See ya. I'm Cupid. Whatever. He gives me a cheery salute. A salute. Who the hell gives a salute? Who is this guy? And he leaves. His disappearance in the kitchen quickly heralded by a deafening cheer in the other room. Now the kitchen feels like a reprieve, and less like a reprieve and more like hiding out alone in the corner at a bustling party. Cool. Said no one ever. probably just go out and pick someone out of the crowd and go, hi. Not even to flirt or anything, just socialize a little. You know, maybe not make a fool of myself for once. Given how every encounter at the party's been so far, I could be in my PJs with a bowl of chocolate-coated popcorn and Bette Midler right now. That sounds good. God, Diana, get a hold of yourself. You can't break anything but your heel and maybe some of your pride. See? I'm just like psychic or something. Yeah, maybe this was just what I needed. You know, some alone time. You know, really focus on what happened and how we're gonna move forward. And maybe everyone's just too busy enjoying the party that they didn't notice. Looks like someone fell harder than they intended. Oh, bite me, fairy. Or, you know, not. Yeah, it's been a long night. Which is pathetic, because I've only been here like 20 minutes. Besides Robin, I've talked to 3 people out of the 100 here. It has to be at least 100, right? Let me guess, this is your first time to a Robin party? Yeah, I mean, I went to a Sparrow party last week, but I didn't like it. I'm tempted to straight up lie to her, but who am I kidding? Was it that obvious? I've seen her before, walking down the street, or maybe grabbing coffee at Robin's Cafe. There's a pickup line somewhere here. I'll find it. Later. Something about never forgetting a face so pretty. It seems like I need to have another discussion with Robin about the way he treats his guests. He's probably just busy, it's fine. Clearly, she doesn't think the same. She shakes her head with a sigh, casting one final look around the room before looking down at me. I swallow hard. Did Forrest send you over here? Forrest was here? She looked over at the leftover baking tray and the jar of jam and furrows her brow. Please tell me he didn't make you eat whatever that was. I volunteered, actually. And what was your verdict? Well, I'm normally a honey mustard girl, but when you consider the sweetness of the jam against the salty crunch of the nugget, sounds horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. She laughs. Her eyes are a little too bright for the small smile on her face. You're a braver woman than I, for even trying. But where are my manners? I never introduced myself. Oh, we actually don't know this person. I'm Yvonne. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, same. And your name? I'm Diana. D, for short. It's a pleasure to meet you, Diana. D for short. She looks down with super glue by my hands and then my heels. You super glued your heel back on? It's not like I have a magic wand or anything. I just set mine down somewhere. She winks at me, that smile melting into something a little more genuine. I laugh too. I mean, it's not like they're my best heels, but I don't know if I want to walk around them with a hand on it, you know? And you could repurpose them. And those would actually be perfect for round 3 with Sebastian. Oh, so much for hoping no one was paying attention to me tonight. Oh, don't look so down. He's been needing a good smack. I'm kind of jealous. I wasn't the one to give it to him, honestly. I blame the stress for laughing. Yvonne's staring at me again, almost contemplative. Hey, it'll be fine. People at these parties, you know, they tend to go into their own little clusters of people and wants. You noticed. Well, that, you have a point. Hey, God! Diana here, cashing in my brownie points from that time I fished little Timmy from that stupid well last summer. The last thing I want for my first big party is reputation for making an idiot out of myself, because like Madison, she's already here. Who knows who else from my classes might be hiding underneath these sequins and masks? Do you think you could help a girl out, you know, make sure no one remembers this? I'm in. Just in case you need that, you know, I don't know. It might be safer to go barefoot, is what I'm saying, but it's your choice. I mean, I've done worse. What are you doing? Suddenly, Yvonne has bent down. Oh, she's taking off her heels. I've definitely seen those somewhere. New York Fashion Week 2 years ago, maybe? She has half a semester's tuition dangling from her slender little fingers. Oh my god. Those are gorgeous. Now we'll match. We can stash these somewhere, enjoy ourselves for the evening, and then pick them up before going our separate ways. They'll be nice and safe, don't worry. The heel's still holding fairly well, and I lean a little harder to test again just to make sure. And there's a little more give than I'd like. After the luck I've been having tonight, maybe it's better to play safe than sorry. So I'll take my shoes off. Either way. Yvonne extends her hand. I give her my shoes. Oh. Oh, I was supposed to take her hand. Oh no. Oh no. It's a nice strap. Nice shoe overall. Actually, Forrest didn't need to do as bad a job as I feared. I owe him an apology. I've ruined it. But she's laughing. You're very helpful, Diana. Thank you. He holds both pairs in one hand and takes my hand in the other. Like we've known each other for years instead of minutes. Even threads our fingers. All super casual and effortless. That's pretty sweet. Well, I think I'm going to call the episode here. I say episode, but it's really a one-off. So if you like what you see, you can play the demo for free. You know, finish up what I did, or maybe pick some choices I did throughout here and see what, you know, what changes, how the dialogue changes. It seems like a really nice, charming game, and it's currently on the Kickstarter. So, you know, if you like what you see, you know, maybe donate a little bit if you want, or support them on Twitter. You know, get the word out about this game. That's what I'm doing. Seems nice, and I like it. So that's Softly with Teeth. Hopefully it'll be done, and hopefully the Kickstarter's a success, and hopefully it gets released. So have a good one, everybody, and take it easy.